Hello and welcome. I've got a new haircut. Do you like it? Good. So, with my DMN stuff, I came to a place where I need to compare the incoming variable value with something in order to get the actual output of the entire DMN-like table. Um, So currently I just do a simple check for numbers, but I actually do envision that my sample table could have things like um, let's for example say 8 plus some other variable from incoming context age, let's say, right? So let's say we've got age minus 18. If, for example, we want to decide if we can sell alcohol, right? So um, for example, this is a check if the person's incoming age is greater than 18 in general, then well, the space rips would apply. So we've got some necessity to have a simple virtual machine to have our logic in here. So um, some variable here plus some variable here. I don't know, this would be like in a way greater or equal, something like that. Sorry. Anyway, so you see the point, right? So this value has to be less than some other value. So this is like simple virtual machine stuff, like simple interpreting stuff. And that's quite intriguing. I do want to write my very own um, um, like stack based uh, virtual machine thing. And yeah, I want to experiment with virtual machines in order to have stuff like Camunda has. So I've got all the references that I'm going to work today with. So this is the DMN I'm trying to implement in general. And today I am getting inspired by, again, Tsoding Daily channel. And the person is also doing a stack-based virtual machine for his Lisp. So I do recommend you to watch that. But since this is kind of ambitious, I want to start out with something smaller. Something smaller, and this is basically a college level stuff. So, for example, this is my things that I want to kind of interpret or start working with on a virtual machine level. So I might have some sort of expression, and this expression needs to be processed into a stack so that I could sequentially take several numbers or maybe strings or whatever else and process them with whatever our virtual machine um, might process. So this should turn into this. So if you see, If you follow mathematics rules, you have to first multiply b with c, and this is exactly what's gonna happen here. B, when you read the string, so a is in a stack, b and c is in a stack, right? Then you've got multiplication, so you have to pop several items from the stack. You multiply them, and you substitute these three symbols with whatever z. So and then z and a get a plus. You substitute that kind of with x, whatever, and then you've got another operation, x minus d. So that's quite straightforward, and this is exactly the stack that I want to get for the purpose of my stuff. And the best way I found to um, experience writing that in Rust is actually converting existing functionality from this wonderful resource where the people are literally um, doing exactly that in C, but we're going to convert that in Rust. So let's get started. All right, so I got a new project, like a clean project, which doesn't have anything other than main. And what I'm going to do with the sample, I'm actually going to mindlessly start writing exactly what they have in main. So I've got my main, I delete that. So I'm basically exploring. And for this sample, actually, I'm going to make my life a bit easier. I'm going to create just a vector of characters that I'm interested in. There's probably an easier way, but quite frankly, I am lazy. And if I see that this solution is gonna work for me, then it's gonna work for me, because I'm playing again. And when a man is playing, you shouldn't be on his way, right? Alright, mindlessly copying stuff. So this is going to be painful to see, but at least. So this is a B. Multiply. C. Closing. Closing. Minus D. And closing. So that part is, at least is done. Nice. Um, then they have convert something. All right. I'm going to exactly do that. Copy, paste. So this is going to be my V, right? All right, so formatting done. So now on to this convert to infix to postfix. So fan, oh, fan. Again, mindlessly just rewriting. I'm gonna take an expression which is going to be, oh, come on, a reference to vec of, is it uint? Oh no, I forget. Where was my thing? Chars. Oh yeah, a char. A vector of char. It doesn't return anything. Let me quickly see if it at least compiles. And already I made a mistake. Consider borrowing, because I did make it a reference. Yeah, haven't done anything and I already made a mistake. All right. Cool. Off to the example. So then they create iterators. So this is a for, starts from 0. So they have some sort of, they check if they still have some character. All right. So I and j are just simply um, usize. So let mutable I of usize equal to 0. Let mut j usize equal to, well, it starts with -1. Yeah, why not? Then they have a loop. So they iterate until, so what is a j? So they increment j somewhere. Where do they increment j? J is -1. Or they increment it always. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to blindly just start writing that. So yeah, I just quickly realized that I don't need to have a loop or whatever. I can just use a uh, normal for. We've got lengths, right, of a vector, and I just access the expression at index I, just like they have it here, just to see if it works still. Oh yeah. So at least I can print out every character I have. All right, so then they have a sort of check if operand. Check if operand. All right, you know what? I'm just going to try and copy that and see if it is actually compatible um, compatible code. So for some reason they have it as a thing that returns an integer. Oh, okay. It's oh yeah. All right. So this is supposed to be fn. Ch is going to be a char, apparently. And this is returning a boolean. Bool. All right. Why do I have this? All right. Right. Okay. Yeah, my lack of knowledge of Rust. And also I've been developing in JavaScript the whole day as my main work. So this is still compatible code. All right. And yeah, let's see if it works as it is. So if check is operand, check if operand expression at I. All right, and let's not forget to put a semicolon in there, otherwise it will return. Run, still works. So, going to the start, if it is a operand, then apparently I need to increase j. So j is equal to j, oh, plus equal 1. Is it still compatible code? So the reason I do this is I want to pose a bunch of challenges for myself and see if I can fix it. So this expression vector is apparently going to be mutated, and this is posing a bunch of challenges for me. So I has to be v, I mean should be mutable, and this is supposed to be mutable as well, right? It's gonna yell at me that I can remove. Oh, types differ in mutability. On line 6, I should add I think this, just mutable, right? Alright, still compiles. So I did increment. Uh, yeah, I need to add more of these. Alright, so expression at I, oh no, at j, it's already incremented, I'm here, is going to be equal to expression I and semicolon. Is it still compilable code? Slice indices are of type usize or ranges. Cannot be indexed. Oh. Yeah, I briefly looked at this. I think I can write just as use size, and it will convert the integer to use size. Yeah. Is it running? Yes. Okay. Actually, let's print out the resulting vertex. Yeah, vector in the end, and see if it messes it up. Oh, I'm only outputting the last one, which is, yeah, dumb. Alright, will it print it? And I need to print it. So dump rewrite is actually a good idea to try out things. So already it changes stuff to A, B, C, D, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I haven't covered more stuff yet, so here we go. So we covered this portion. Now let's go to this. So it's an else if expression at I equals to parentheses, then it's gonna push. What the hell is push in this context? Operand is full. So there's internal stack. All right. So they have a stack of this size. All right, so there's more to it. What a dumb code. But I wanted to rewrite it in Rust. So I think I'm gonna write this push function and then I'm gonna stop, because this is becoming mentally taxing, right? So in here, I think temporarily I will create a STK, right? Yeah, they call it STK. Um, let STK be a vector of chars, and it's going to be mutable, of course, and a vector with capacity. With capacity, I'm not gonna worry about it being full or anything. All right. So they want to push. They don't have normal vectors in C, so yeah, they have to rely on the trickery. So if we are here, then we need to push it. All right. So stk push expression at I. Yeah, let's go further. Else so we're here. Else if expression at I is closing bracket, then there's some wizardry. While not, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna stop for now, make a pause, and then continue. All right, I made a small break, and I stopped here on expression with ending at closing bracket. And I just printed out what I'm where exactly am I closing at, and I double checked that indeed we are closing at 9, 8, and 12 on the string, right? So this is 9, 8, and 9, and 12. So no mystery there. So okay, let's have this while now. How the hell do I do whiles in Rust? Because I am learning. While something, then whatever. Okay. Okay, so it's the same. While. So apparently this is empty is this example's C way to see if the stack is empty. So top is -1. So since we're using higher level language, so we just I'm gonna check if the stack length is more than -1. And what is peak? And the thing at the surface, the thing on the surface exists. Oh, we see the value of the last item in the stack. We compare it to opening thing. So we are going in the reverse. Okay. And peak. STK. How do I peak? I'm just gonna get by the index of the last one. Okay. Get by stk len -1 equals to some opening. Oh my. So while this, we pop stuff into this. Yeah, this is mentally difficult to follow, but alright, so expression at j, which should be first incremented, plus equals 1, j equals to popped item stk pop. Is pop a character? Is it gonna return me a character? Oh, is there a unwrap for? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. If let some popped item equals stk pop, then the popped item will go in here. Okay. This delimiter might not. What? Undisclosed delimiter. Did I forget to close it? Really? Alright. So while. So this is quite a lot of code. This is a Christmas tree of hell in programming terms. Whoa. And again, this should be. This should be as usize. And what is it saying? Expected some characters, some found this. Consider borrowing. Cannot apply unary because it's usize, so alright. So we should check while length is not 0. Yeah, one error at a time. Let's see if it helps at least to clean out a bunch of errors. What? It didn't save? Oh, save anyway, yes. Yes. What is going on? Oh, this is closing, right? Right? So I guess according to the helper, I can borrow it. What? I need uh, to go to pop again. Sum 3. Does it say like this? Yep. All right. Let's see if it helps. Undisclosed delimiter. This is closed. This is closed. Mm, right. Whoop. Line 22. All right. All right. So apparently we did something good. There's a bunch of stuff that was already messed up in the code, but we're not finished with it. So we've done this. And it's able to end, right? So apparently we did something good here. So this now is going outside of while. Yep. So if stk length more than 0 and stk get something at stk length -1, oh, I made a mistake up here. It shouldn't be equal to sum. So if this is this and this is not equal to sum, as we already know, this opening, then we're stepping into invalid expression. apparently this will be eventually a result of whatever, and immediately I will need to return use size. Oh no, I32. So this returns -1, and in the end it should return apparently 0, just to signify the success. All right. So we covered this. Else pop. Right after this. Else stk pop. And we don't care what is in there. All right. Oh, my manners. Of course, I need to close it. All right, this is good. I'm not sure if I see the effect. So we've covered this section. Yeah, we've got this else done. And another else. Else. Whoa. All right, I guess this is the stuff that I'm going to do after the break. Thank you. It's the next day for me. So I stopped previously at this place, right? And made a block for an if operator. So I continue and write this. So while is not empty, so I guess it says if stack length is more than 0 and precedence expression. And there's a peak. All right, so I guess I need precedence to exist first. So I'm going to copy this. The peak is not existent yet, but we have used it. All right. Okay, so this is extra thing. All right. So I need to have a precedence function, and I am going to copy paste it because all programming languages are kind of the same, and this should technically be valid Rust code. So this is a fn like function. So this is a char, and it should return some sort of integer. I guess it should be I8. Oh no, let's work with 32 bits. All right, save it. Oh, how do I do multiple switch stuff? Is it a match? Rust match. Oh, cool. I haven't used match this way, but apparently it's possible to do it like this. So yeah, the word. What did I do? Undo. So the word match character. So this goes here, and if this is a this or this. So I'm new to Rust again, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So if this and this, then it just gives us this. And this should be a fat arrow like in JavaScript, so we return stuff. We should have this. So now if we have this, the back, all right, this or this. Then we simply return the numbers. Fat arrow. And yep. Then this. So it's a caret. So it means we bring stuff to the power of some number. And default is -1. This should be a valid Rust code, right? At least it should format it. Oh. But it worked like this. Oh, it's not a correct syntax. DB char. It's almost the same as C. Save anyway, yes. So it was able to format the code. Did I lose anything? This and this is 1, this and this is 2, this is 3, and this is -1. So I can delete this line. Okay. So now we have precedence. And it was a if an operator, this. So a peak was this function, like code. So we need to get the last item, stk get. stk length -1. So I see an issue already. I need to have a sum. So I'm going to move it like on the upper level. Let how do I get it in the so this will immediately give me a value of precedence. Oh, so if this is not empty and precedence of a immediately available value, and then we get something. And the peak functionality in there had a weird case where it just returned something. All right, let's try. How do I do this in a fancy manner? Let peaked oh let sum oh but this should be a while. Mm. Wait. So this is a while. Length is more than this. And the precedence of stk length -1. But the get will give me a optional thing. It will give me an optional thing, right? From the considered top. This is a weird expression. You know what? Screw it. So I am guarded with this thing, so I should never exceed the length. So I'm not gonna worry. So this is exactly the problem, trying to be smart when you are not. So so I'm getting the thing, the precedence. There's a while. Let's save it. So there's undisclosed, unexpected closing scope. All right. So this should at least come. Oh, too many brackets. All right. So this is this. Wait. This is this. This is closing that. So this bracket is not needed. All right. This is closing the while. This should close the else. And this is closing the function. Yes. All right. So we are inside this while. So J should increment. All right. And expression at J should be equal to stk pop. Is it an option? Oh, come on. It's an option. So it will not compile even. Usize, all right. So this stuff again as usize. All right, so this code is not going to be very optimal. You can already tell if let some popped item equal stk dot pop, then I'm taking these, delete, and enter. Oh, and this is not this anymore. This is a popped popped item, and this should be deleted. Oh, come on. Why is it? All right. Okay. It will be a miracle if it works. So at least it compiles. And why am I building it in a release mode? I want it to be unoptimized. All right. And after this while, we should push to the stack. After the while, stk push expression at I. All right, let's check again if it compiles. Oh, you can already see there's some significant changes happening, but it hasn't removed these. So I might have made a mistake somewhere already. Oh, and yeah, let's finish the logic first. Um, so we are outside the else. And this is out the for, the original for. And we need to do this. So outside every for, we do a while stk length is more than 0, j plus equals 1, and yeah, I'm gonna copy this code. So I should have probably created a helper function of some sorts, but I am lazy. All right, so the popped item, we get it, we increase the j, and expression at j is getting the popped item. All right, so I guess it should overwrite all of these brackets and everything like that. It looks like voodoo of some sort, but so you see something is still wrong. It should have ended here. I wonder, where did I mess up? So this is pushing, like this is the only place where I saw stuff getting pushed. Oh, let's check this. It's not removing closing brackets. Invalid expression is this. Else if expression this. If expression I is this, then stack push. If expression this, then there's the while. And equals to this. Then there's the pop. Person I is getting the popped item. J, I mean. Hmm. Interesting. So it's not trimming all this stuff. Maybe it's this. Because it does seem like the function, like the code actually completed, right? Where is the main function? So a plus b, so a, b, c, multiply. b, c is multiplied, b, c multiplied. Then there's a added, with the functionality. And then there's a remaining d, so d and minus. So all this is trash, right? Oh, we did everything right. It's just I didn't implement this stuff until the end, as they wanted. So apparently, after all this is done, after the while is done, everything is popped. They add a specific uh, end end line symbol for C to know that this is the end of a string of character array. So I guess since expression is an immutable array expression, um, how do I do this? Resize. Resize to J. Oh, wait. Oh, resize. New length and value. Resize this vector in place so that the length is equal to new length. All right. Um, so I guess I should provide the default value, and this will be a empty character. Let's hope it works. Oh. So it will not allow me to enter empty character because, well, it's not going to affect the size. Ah, screw it. I'm gonna add vertical. No, I'll just add the vertical slash. Write it, and bam. And again, I should convert it to as usize. Okay, as usize. There you go. A naive rewrite of C code. So the result of this should be this. Oh, it's not correct. Why is it not correct? So there's a plus and minus D. Oh, I trimmed it too far, right? But I did everything that... Oh, it incremented it again. Crap. Oh, let's do +1. All right. Is it gonna eat it? Ah, crap. All right. J plus equals 1 and X. All right. So this ate it. And there you go. Now it should be correct. I hope A, B, C multiply plus D minus. It worked. All right. So there you go. I rewrote it in Rust. I wonder if it will give me a -1 error if there is not enough closing brackets. All right, so apparently I will need to work on handling these kinds of errors. All right, restored. But anyway, this was a fun experience. I mean, it took me more than an hour to convert the Rust code, and it works. I'm happy. What else? Oh yeah, I actually also tested if the original JavaScript code works. So I made it run. I compiled it, right? So I ran it, and it also generates this thing. So I just wanted to check if the code posted online was bullshit or not. But apparently, the guys at Prep, what's it called again? prepinsta.com did a good job at making the code correct. I mean, it works. I will probably expand on it on my own and see if I can use it for a case of like as my virtual machine basis to convert more complicated logic into some script inside the markdown. Thank you so much. This was fun. Keep writing, rewriting, learning. See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.